Hello, welcome to Reeltv, where we talk about the latest and greatest films and television shows. I'm your host, Lindsey Lane Lorifus.
And I'm also your host, Brian C. Capon. And today we'll be talking about like the newest animation projects that have come out. So let's start off with like one of the biggest names in animation, Disney and Pixar.
Disney, exactly.
Yep, you just saw Frozen, right?
Yes, oh my goodness, it's been forever. You know, I was waiting so long to see it because I really wanted to see it with my sister, but she went ahead and saw it without me, the betrayer she is, oh my God. So she was like, okay, Lindsay, you can see it as long as you wear your hair in a side braid so you look like Elsa. I was like, okay, this is a fair deal, I'll go see it now. So I saw it and I totally fell in love with it. Oh my God, so funny. I had no idea how hysterical it would be. Yeah.
I think one of the biggest parts for that one was like Anna was so adorkable. Like she wasn't like the perfect Disney princess. She was a little awkward. She didn't know how to talk to people, and that everyone can kind of relate to that.
I love the scene when she first met the prince, and she was just so awkward, and they're like in the boat, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so me. I think it's a wonderful thing that girls can relate to that. Like, you don't have to be perfect in order to be a princess. Everyone is a princess in their own way.
Also, another thing is that you don't need a prince to be happy. Like Elsa doesn't have a prince. Unless they make a sequel.
Yeah, strong, independent woman.
Yeah, and she basically points out you can't marry someone you just met.
Exactly.
Like literally, like within the first half hour, she points it out. Like when Anna says, "Yeah, we're gonna get married." Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. And I also love the message that true love doesn't have to be something with a significant other. It can be within your family, and we really should value that more nowadays.
I was a little disappointed with Frozen, and just like personally, just because it didn't have that spark that would make it a permanent Disney classic.
What is that spark to you?
Oh dear. Well, when you think of one of my favorite films is Beauty and the Beast. That just has like the whole spark. It has the whole package: great cast, great music, great animation, everything. The animation was very good for just a Disney film. Pixar didn't do anything with that film. Like what they did with Tangled, and apparently the animation for the snow took like a year or so. Yeah, and it was like the best snow effects I've ever seen.
It really was gorgeous.
But I think it was kind of, I don't know exactly. It just didn't connect to me as much as I thought it could. Most Disney films, like I can easily like empathize with the character, or believe in the story or the message. But this one kind of felt like it was pandering to like modern standards.
Who is your favorite Disney character?
Oh dear. I really don't know.
It's a hard decision.
Oh, another thing I didn't like about the film was that how I was expecting it to be more like the Snow Queen, which it's based off of, and that's a very different story. Although there is a theory that says that if Anna hadn't gone back for Elsa, it would have turned out like the Snow Queen.
Because I actually heard that in Europe they promoted the film as more Snow Queen based, and I think they called it Ice Queen or something along that line instead of Frozen, which is an interesting change and how they're really gearing it towards certain audiences.
Yeah. I just like the way they did, like comparing it to Tangled, one of the latest projects that Disney did. They did like Rapunzel, you can add a lot to that. Like it's just a guy who goes up to a tower, finds a girl. They added a lot to that, and I liked that. But the Snow Queen, they completely deviated from the plot. Like it's sort of like a prequel, but it doesn't really work out as like a good prequel.
Well, something I found interesting when I was thinking about these new Disney films is that they've transitioned from Cinderella and Aladdin and Snow White. Those are the names of characters, and those were the titles of the films. But now the titles of the films are adjective-based, like Brave, Tangled, Frozen. I think that's an interesting shift that they're going towards. So.
Yeah, but let's move on from Disney just because like we've talked to death about Frozen
There's so much
all the time.
more than just Disney.
Some of the other projects that are coming out: Incredibles 3 and Incredibles 2 and Cars 3. In an interview with like one of the directors of the film, like the reason they didn't make an Incredibles movie so far is because they didn't want to like ruin the series. They had to have a story for them to live in.
I like that.
Yep, I thought that was really good. I just hope that Cars 3 they come with like some BS story just to make more money off of them.
Because Cars 2 wasn't all that great.
Yeah. And the plane and Planes, the spinoff, you saw and you said you liked
Yes,
it.
I really enjoyed it.
Yep.
I saw it at a drive-in, so it was exciting, being in a car, and even though it was about planes, I liked being in a vehicle, basically, and enjoying it. It was really cute.
Okay, but it didn't do too well like in theaters and worldwide.
I don't think a lot of people saw
Although
it.
that one actually is getting a sequel. I'm very surprised about that.
Wow.
And actually, here's something interesting. When I looked it up, it apparently was supposed to be a direct-to-DVD release.
Oh, interesting.
But they decided to just put it out in movie theaters.
I know, why not? Make some more money off of it.
That's true, but I don't know if they made more money off of that because that. Like it's like Mulan too. Like when they made that direct to DVD or something like that, and that did okay. It's not as good as the original, but yeah, like just like it's hard to gauge like how popular something will be. With planes, they probably gauged it to a little higher than what it would be.
Sometimes you just have to leave a story where it is and think of a new idea.
Yeah.
Why beat a dead horse?
Yeah, exactly. Let's move on to another thing. Back to Frozen, the film that could have won, but Frozen took its Academy Award for best animated picture or something like that. I forget the exact award. But Ernest and Celestine. It's a French hand-drawn animation.
Ooh, hand-drawn.
Yep, and it looks adorable. I really wanted to see it. I just haven't had a chance to. It just got dubbed for an American release. Forrest Whitaker plays a character. Also, there's William H. Macy, and it's a cute story, very very kid-like, very childlike, but with a nice message, and I like that a bit.
That's wonderful. I've really become more interested in French culture recently because I've been hearing more French pop songs, and I just love the messages that they're trying to, get out to children, and
that's what I love about animation. You can convey so many different kinds of messages to kids, adults, it can be family-friendly entertainment too, but it also can be like for specific niches too, and I like that a lot.
Exactly. And I feel like Europe has a really good foundation in family-friendly activities concerning film and stuff because, like, when I've worked on German films in the past, they typically like to, make these films and then show them on TV, and they're presented on Sunday nights so families can be together. I think that's wonderful. I think we need that more here in America.
We definitely need that a lot more.
Yeah.
Well, apparently we're out of time.
Yes, we could just keep on talking about it for forever.
Absolutely. We should do a segment on this like another week or something.
We should.
All right. Well, we'll move on to the next part of Reeltv. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Reeltv. My name's Gabe Cohen.
And I'm Lindsey Lane Lorifus.
Next Friday, Captain America: The Winter Soldier is being released in theaters. In the film, Steve Rogers, played by Chris Evans, struggles to embrace his role in the modern world and battles a new threat from old history, the Soviet agent known as the Winter Soldier.
Sounds exciting.
Very cool.
Right, yeah. Also in theaters, Friday is Dom Hemingway. After spending 12 years in prison for keeping his mouth shut, notorious safecracker Dom Hemingway, played by Jude Law, is back on the streets of London looking to collect what he's owed.
After working with Ridley Scott on a new Blade Runner movie, veteran scribe Michael Green has been hired to rewrite the untitled Prometheus sequel for 20th Century Fox, The Wrap has learned. Jack Paglin from Transcendence wrote the original draft of the screenplay. Multiple sources have told The Wrap that the untitled Ridley Scott project that 20th Century Fox announced it will release in March 2016 is called Prometheus 2, although the film may not ultimately use that title. An insider told The Wrap that production is scheduled to start this fall, after Scott has delivered his Moses movie, Exodus, to Fox.
There's a lot of biblical films
Yes,
coming out
Noah
nowadays.
just
Like
came
Noah,
out.
yeah.
I need to see that.
Pretty exciting. James Rebhorn, whose acting resume includes a long list of character roles in major films and TV shows, died Friday, his representative said on Sunday. Rebhorn was 65. While you may not know his name, Rebhorn's face may be familiar as the arrogant headmaster in Al Pacino's Scent of a Woman, or the scheming Secretary of Defense in Independence Day. Or perhaps you saw him on the polished crime caper White Collar, where he played loyal FBI Chief Reese Hughes for 16 episodes. More recently, he was Frank Matheson in 8 episodes of Homeland.
He's a great actor. We're going to miss him very much. Michael Chiklis from The Shield and Fantastic Four will be the male lead of American Horror Story, Freak Show. Jessica Lange stars as a German expat who manages one of the last remaining freak shows in Jupiter, Florida, in 1950. Chiklis will play the ex-husband of Kathy Bates' character and father to Evan Peters' character. Both actors will return for their second and fourth seasons, respectively. Bates and Peters, along with returning actors Sarah Paulson, Angela Bassett, and Frances Conroy, will play circus performers who were saved by Lange. Gabori Sidibe and Jamie Brewer will also return to the series in some capacity. Dennis O'Hare and Emma Roberts are also in talks to return. Ryan Murphy also promised that some actors from the first 2 seasons, Murder House and Asylum, will return. American Horror Story Freak Show will shoot in New Orleans and is scheduled to premiere on FX this October. I know a lot of people are going to be excited for that. It's going to be great. New Orleans,
I can't even contain myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
New Orleans, yes, another season there. It's such a beautiful place. I'm
doing
so glad that they're there.
Well.
So awesome. After setting a new release date in December for Fast and Furious 7, Universal suggested that deceased star Paul Walker would appear in the franchise's next installment. The New York Daily News reports that crucial remaining scenes featuring Walker will be completed using body doubles and CGI faces. They have hired 4 actors with bodies very similar to Paul's physique, and they will be used for movement and as a base, a source told the paper. Paul's face and voice will be used on top using CGI. It's just amazing, the technology now.
Very cool.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to see how that turns out.
Yeah, definitely.
Chilean filmmaker Pablo Larraín from No is in negotiations to direct the new Scarface movie for Universal Pictures, and Mark Schmooger's global produce, The Wrap has learned. Scarface will reimagine the core immigrant story told in both the 1932 and 1983 films. Universal's update will be an original story set in modern-day Los Angeles that follows a Mexican immigrant's rise in the criminal underworld as he strives for the American dream. 2-time Oscar nominee Paul Atanasio from Donnie Brasco wrote the current draft of the screenplay. Very interesting.
Yes,
I'd love to see how this turns out.
Yeah. It looks like Edgar Wright's Ant-Man could have another familiar face joining the cast, as House of Cards' Corey Stoll is in talks to sign on to the Marvel project. The Wrap reports that Stoll is in early discussions for the film, which already has Paul Rudd and Michael Douglas set to star as 2 different Ant-Men. It's unclear who the actor might play, though there is a 3rd Ant-Man in the Marvel universe. Evangeline Lilly, Michael Pena, and Patrick Wilson also have been said to be up for roles in Ant-Man. Stoll will also be appearing in Guillermo del Toro's FX series, The Strain, which will debut this summer.
Awesome. I cannot wait for Ant-Man. I love Paul Rudd. I think he's going to be amazing in a superhero
wonderful.
movie.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Great.
And we'll be back very shortly with more Reeltv.
Hello and welcome back to Reeltv. My name is Connor Smith.
And I am Ryan Mills.
And today we are going to be reviewing the film Bad Words. It stars Jason Bateman. This is his directorial debut.
It is.
And his name is Guy, and basically he's this middle school dropout who enlists in a spelling bee competition. It's a national competition. And he befriends this Indian kid, and it follows sort of their friendship as he found this loophole into getting into this national spelling bee. He's in his 40s, and all these other kids are like 10 and 11. And it's really raunchy. It's really lowbrow, but it's really,
I thought it was
really
super funny.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was hilarious, and it definitely needs that R rating for sure, because there's so much that happens. It's so just, I don't know. It's really funny, and he did a great job with his first film as a director, so props to Jason Bateman.
It sort of reminded me of like Bad Santa and Bad Teacher and every other movie with bad as the first word in it. There is something just so funny about people being mean to each other. Like, I think it reminded me a lot of Bad Santa because it sort of follows their friendship, but also they're just mean general people, Billy Bob Thornton and Jason Bateman. But I had a really good time with it. I thought it was really crude, but in that sort of way, it's just funny to watch an adult
be so mean to
bully
like
this
a 10-year-old.
10-year-old.
He was a good actor too, though, the child actor.
The kid actors were really
he was great.
good in this.
I was just about to say a scene, but I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah,
so funny,
the kid's name, I wrote this down.
I forget what his name is.
His name is Rohan Chand. He was in Homeland, and he played the kid in Lone Survivor, the one who saved Mark Wahlberg. I don't know if you saw that
Oh
movie.
yeah.
Yeah, so
didn't
he's
realize
a
that.
really
Okay.
good kid actor. I didn't spoil anything? Okay, I don't know. Just give me a look. All right.
Mark Wahlberg's
But-
not in the movie. Don't worry.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg saves
whole
the
different movie.
spelling bee at the end. But yeah, I thought the writing was good. Andrew Dodge wrote it, and this is his first, his debut movie. So this is kind of a debut movie in general. And I think it's a
true.
lot different from his character in Arrested Development. I think he's very, he is a bit
He's
mean
more
in,
like aggressive in the movie.
yeah, he,
Than Arrested.
in Arrested Development,
Great
he's
show.
very snarky, but he's not downright mean. He's not a bully.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
he'll like do things to get on people's nerves to get his way, but in bad words, he will literally rig a
He's very
competition
blunt
for
about
a-
everything.
Yeah, oh god, you just have
I
to
definitely
see it.
recommend it though. Yeah.
It's-
How many stars would you give it if you had to?
3.5 out of 4 out of 5.
Wow. Wait. Oh. Okay. 1 out of 5. All right.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
You can convert it to
All
every
right,
number.
then-
What about you?
Out of 5, I'd probably go 4.
Yeah, it's really
4 to
funny.
5.
There's a lot to like with this one.
Definitely worth it.
So rent it or see it in theaters if you are making
worth
a
the money to
lot
see
of
it.
money. So yeah.
Matinees are cheap.
And yeah, it's awesome. So we will see you soon on Real TV for a little bit of trivia. And I am the reigning champion as of 1 round. So let's see if I can be beat. Getting a bit cocky over here, seeing if I
Probably.
can win. So
Someone else.
I
can
probably
win, don't
won't,
worry.
but stay tuned. All you 8 viewers out there. Bye.
Hello, welcome back to Real TV, news edition because I could not think of a theme. Today I'll be asking like 3 questions from the news stories you heard just a little bit ago. So play along, so viewers play along. So first let's meet our contestants.
Hi, my name is Colin Javliagil, and the last movie I watched was Need for Speed.
Hi, my name is Connor Smith, and the last movie I watched was In and Out.
And my name is Gabe Cohen. The last movie I watched, I'm actually in the middle of it, is Superbad. Classic.
Classic. Great movie.
All right, are you guys ready to play?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I was born there.
Connor's feeling a little confident, I know that. So, Con, Gabe, take him down.
Okay.
Our first
Wow.
question is about James Rebhorn.
right now.
Our first question is about James Rebhorn, the actor who unfortunately passed away on Friday.
Oh.
Well, there was a list of all the things he's done, but I want you to name one film he also starred in. Is it A, Moonstruck, B, The Odd Life of Timothy Green, C, Bad Teacher, or D, Desperate Housewives? And also, I'm making a new rule: you can't say the same answer.
All right.
Con.
Could I get A and B again?
Moonstruck and The Odd Life of Timothy Green, Bad Teacher,
I think I'll go for B with that one.
Odd Life of Timothy Green.
Correct.
Gabe.
Desperate Housewives. I feel like you
That's-
had a role in there.
I would have said B, but since that's taken, I will have to say Moonstruck.
Con, you are correct.
Ah.
The Odd Life of Timothy Green. He played a minor character on that
Of
one.
course he did.
Jennifer
So
Garner's
do I get a half point?
dad.
No, you don't.
You get an A for effort. That's it.
But 0 points.
So it's really all about the speed.
All right, so
Wow.
Con, you're the first. You're in the lead right now.
Yes, I am.
Connor, how do you feel?
I feel like a ghost watching myself on TV. Am I even here? I'm like the
Yes,
invisible
you're-
man.
Yes, you're here.
I need a
All
10.
right. The next question is about Ant-Man. He's one of those superheroes we don't get to be. Who hasn't been adapted for film yet. So he's finally getting this movie. So, but now I want you to name one other superhero who hasn't been on screen, even for a cameo. Is it A, Phoenix, B, the Stepford Cuckoos, C, Oracle, or D, Sleipnir? Gabe,
Slept near.
Whatever B is.
the Stepford Cuckoos.
And I'll go for A.
Phoenix? None of you are correct!
Wow.
So
What
we're
was
still-
it?
We're good.
Oracle.
Oracle.
What? I don't
I feel like I've heard that before. I have no
was a
clue who
hard
it is.
one.
Barbara,
I've never
in
heard
the
of
Batman
that.
series, she's Barbara Gordon. She was Batgirl until she was paralyzed and she became Oracle.
Huh, didn't know that.
Yep, the Stepford Cuckoos were in an X-Men movie. Sleipnir is the six-legged horse in Thor, and Phoenix was also an
I've never
X-Men.
seen Thor, I need to.
Oops.
I like Natalie Portman.
All right.
Shoot.
Well, it's your fault. Con's still in the lead. Let's go on with the last question. This one's about Noah.
Okay.
All right. Noah has gotten a lot of controversy for psychedelic drugs, all different kinds of stuff. because it's borrowing from what controversial book of the Bible? Is it A, Exodus, B, Haggai, C, Antilegomena, or D, Apocrypha?
Exodus.
Exodus?
What was C?
Yeah.
Antilegomena,
What was D?
Apocrypha.
I want to see. What was A? You said Exodus. What was B?
B, Haggai,
Haggai. It's Haggai.
I'll go for D.
Apocrypha?
Yes.
Con is correct! The Apocrypha is one of
I got
This is
excited because
embarrassing, I
Connor I lose.
Yes,
I
Connor.
am not smarter
Connor,
than a 5th grader.
Connor, you are dethroned from your
winner.
1 week streak. Con is our
My 1
current
week
champion.
See you guys
I'm
next
just
week.
useless.
It's
I
fine.
will be back. I'm
I
coming
didn't
back.
get any,
I'm
so.
coming back from
All right. Well, thank you guys
I'm
for
out for
playing,
blood.
and thank you for watching at home. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week for the latest TV and movie news.
Bye-bye.